to the Hidden Theatre on this Sunday evening, and thank you so much for your generosity with the pack-in. I really appreciate it. Overselling is a really good problem to have, but thanks for helping. I'd like to just take this moment to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land, the Muwinina people. We're on their land right now, Nikaluna, Luchawita, and I think when we're telling stories that we consider part of our canon, it's really nice just to take a moment and think about the stories that have been told on this island for generations. I'm very grateful, always was, always will be. My name is Emma Skolitsky. I'm one of the co-producers of Bad Company Theatre. My partner Ty has been manning the door very generously tonight. Thank you all for coming out to this 48-hour challenge. I'm just here to very quickly talk about what a 48-hour challenge is. So back in the day, there's this story that Shakespeare and the King's Men often only had 2 to 3 days to put on a show. It's a bit of a legend about them, whether it's true or not. But they say when you read a Shakespeare, you can tell that he wrote them with the idea that they only had 3 days to put the shows on in mind. Because often in Shakespeare plays, they say, "Villain, I stand, here comes Baraccio." It's his way of helping his company pick up the directions really quickly. So the 48-hour challenge comes from the UK. The universities in the UK often do one every year. It's a way of doing what Shakespeare did. So we've started doing them here. We did Romeo and Juliet last year at Simple Cider. It was so much fun. How many people were at that, out of curiosity? A couple. Oh my god! Nice, thank you for coming. Thank you to those who are new as well. I hope you enjoy. The way this works is these guys have literally had 2 days to put this show together. Some of these things they've only rehearsed twice, and we're so, it's just amazing what they can do. Thank you for coming, and give them all your love tonight, because what they do is just like bananas to me. Now, there's going to be a 20-minute interval, at which time you can go out, you can buy your drinks, you can buy your chocolates. For those of you who don't know, the bathroom is out and down the end of the courtyard. There's a seat just here if you'd like it. You don't have to wait for her. No. Oh, yeah, go. Just there if you want it. Sorry, I didn't mean to put the spotlight on you. Yeah, and I think that's it. Enjoy the show.
Don Pedro of Aragon comes this night to Messina.
He is very near by this. He was not 3 leagues off when I left him.
I find here that Don Pedro hath bestowed much honour on a young Florentine named Claudio.
Much deserved on his part, and equally remembered by Don Pedro. He hath borne himself beyond the promise of his age, doing in the figure of a lamb the feats of a lion.
I pray you, is Signor Maltanto returned from the wars, or no?
I know none of that name, lady. There was none such in the army of any sort.
Oh, my cousin means Signor Benedick of Padua.
Oh, he's returned, and as pleasant as he ever was.
Oh, I pray you, how many hath he killed and eaten in these wars? But how many hath he killed? For indeed, I did swear to eat all of his killing.
Faith needs you tax Senor Benedick too much, but he'll be meet with you, I doubt it not.
He hath done good service, lady, in these wars.
He is a very valiant trenchman. He hath an excellent stomach.
And a good soldier too, lady.
And a good soldier to a lady, but what is he to a lord?
A lord to a lord, a man to a man, stuffed with all honourable virtues.
Oh, it is so indeed. He is no less than a stuffed man. But with stuffing, well, we're all mortal.
You must not, sir, mistake my niece. There is a kind of merry war betwixt Senor Benedick and herself. They never meet, but there's a skirmish of wit between them.
Alas, he gets nothing by that. In our last conflict, 4 of his 5 wits went halting off, and now is the whole man governed with one.
Is possible?
Oh, very easily possible. You see, every month he hath a new sworn brother, and I would beg who is his companion. He wears his faith, but as the fashion of his hat. It ever changes with the next block.
I see. Lady, the gentleman is not in your books.
No, and he were, I would burn my study. No, but who is his companion? Is there no young squarer now who will make a voyage with him to the devil?
He is most in the company of the right noble Claudio.
Oh, well, he will hang upon him like a disease. For he is sooner caught than the pestilence, and the taker runs presently mad. God help the noble Claudio, if he hath caught the Benedick. It will cost him £1,000 ere he will be cured.
I will hold friends with you, lady.
Do. Good friend.
You'll never run mad, miss.
No, not till a hot January.
You have come to meet your trouble.
Oh, never came trouble to my house to the likeness of your grace.
You embrace your charge too willingly. I think this is your daughter?
Her mother hath many times told me so.
Oh, were you in doubt, sir, that you asked her?
Senor Benedick, no, for then were you a child.
Truly, the lady fathers herself.
Be happy, lady, for you are like an honourable father.
If Signor Leonardo being her father, she would not have his head on her shoulders for all Messina, as like him as she is.
I wonder that you will still be talking, Senor Benedick. Nobody marks you.
What? My dear Lady Disdain! Are you yet living?
Oh, is it possible Disdain should die while she hath such meat food to feed it as Senor Benedick? Courtesy itself must convert to disdain if you come in her presence.
Oh, then is courtesy a turncoat? But it is certain I am loved of all ladies. Only you excepted. And I could find it in my heart that I had not a hard heart, for truly I love none.
A dear happiness to women. They would else have been troubled with a pernicious suitor. But I thank God and my cold blood I am of your humour for that. I'd rather hear my dog bark at a crow than hear a man swear he loves me.
God, keep your ladyship in that mind. So some gentleman or other shall scape a predestinate scratched face.
Scratching could not make it worse, and 'twas such a face as yours were.
Well, you're a very rare parrot teacher.
Oh, a bird of my tongue is better than a beast of yours.
And would my horse have the speed of your tongue and so good a continuo? Keep your name in God's name, I've done.
You always end with a jade's trick. I know you of old.
That is the sum of all, Leonardo. Signor Claudio, Signor Benedick, my dear friend Leonardo, have invited you all.
I tell him we shall stay here at the least a month. If you swear, my lord, you shall not be forsworn. I bid you welcome, my lord. Being reconciled with the prince your brother, I owe you all duty.
I thank you. I'm not of many words, but I thank you.
Please, with your grace, lead on.
Your hand, Leonardo. We will go together.
Benedick! Didst thou note the daughter of Signor Leonardo?
I noted her not, but I looked on her.
She not a modest young lady.
Do you question me for my simple true judgment, or would you have me speak after my custom as a professed tyrant to their sex?
Oh, no. I pray thee, speak in sober judgment.
Why? In faith, methinks she's too low for a high praise, too brown for a fair praise, too little for a great praise. Only this commendation can I afford her. That, were she her pension, she were unhandsome. And being as she is no other but as she is, I do not like her.
Thou thinkst I'm in sport. I pray thee, tell me truly how thou likest her.
Would you buy her that you inquire after her?
Can the world buy such a jewel?
Yea, and a case to put it into.
In mine eyes, she is the sweetest lady that ever I looked on.
I hope you have no intent to turn husband. Have you?
I would swear not, though if Hero would be my wife.
It's come to this! Shall I never see a bachelor of 60 again?
What secret hath held you here that you followed not to Leonardo's?
I would your grace would constrain me to tell.
I charge thee on thy allegiance.
Hear you this? Oh, on my allegiance. Here, Count Claudio, on my allegiance. He's in love! With who? Now that is your grace's part. Mark how short the answer is. With Hero. Leonardo's short daughter.
If this was so were it uttered. Amen. If you love her, for the lady is very well worthy. I love her, I feel that she is worthy. I know.
And I neither feel how she should be loved, nor know how she should be worthy.
Oh, thou hast ever an obstinate heretic in despite of beauty. Oh, if this, and never could maintain his part, but in the force of his will.
That a woman conceived me, I thank her. That she brought me up, I likewise give her most humble thanks. But that I will hang my bugle in an invisible baldric, all women shall pardon me. The fine is, for the which I may go the finer, I will live and die a bachelor.
I shall see thee ere I die.
Pale with love, with anger, with sickness, or with hunger, my lord, not with now. When I do, hang me in a bottle like a cat and shoot at me. And he that hits me, let him be clapped on the shoulder and called at him.
Well, as time shall fly. In time the savage bull doth bear the yoke.
Savage bull may, but if ever the sensible Benedick bear it, pluck off the bull's horns and set them in my forehead. Let me be vilely painted and in such great letters write, here you may see Benedick, the married man.
If this should ever happen, thou wouldst be horn man. But in the meantime, Signor Benedick, repair to Leonardo's. Commend me to him and tell him I will not fail him at supper, for indeed he hath made a great preparation.
Oh, I have almost matter enough in me for such an embassage, and so I commit to you.
To the tuition of God from my house, if I have it, your loving friend, Benedick.
Nay, mock not, ere you flout old ends any further, examine your conscience. So I leave.
Hath Leonardo any son, my lord?
No child but Hero. She's his only heir.
Dost thou affect her, Claudio? oh, my lord. War thoughts have left their places vacant. In their rooms come thronging soft and delicate desires, all prompting me how fair young Hero is. Saying I liked her ere I went to wars. If thou dost love fair Hero, cherish it, and I will break with her and with her father, and thou shalt have her. I know we shall have a revelling tonight. I will assume thy part in some disguise, and tell the fair Hero I am Claudio, and in her bosom I'll clasp my heart and take her hearing prisoner with the force and strong encounter of my amorous tale. Then after to her father will I break, and the conclusion is, she shall be thine. In practice, let us put it presently.
How now, sister?
Brother, I can tell you strange news that you yet dreamt not of. The Prince and Count Claudio were much overheard by a man of mine. The Prince discovered to Claudio that he loved my niece, your daughter, and he meant to acknowledge it this night at a dance. And if he found her accordant, he meant to take the present time by the top and instantly break with you of it.
We will hold it as a dream till it appear itself. But I will acquaint my daughter withal, that she may be the best prepared for an answer, if peradventure this be true. Go you and tell her of it.
What the good year, my lord? Why are you thus out of measure sad?
There is no measure in the occasion that breeds, therefore the sadness is without limit.
You should hear reason.
And when I've heard it, what blessing brings it?
If not a present remedy, at least a patient sufferance.
I wonder that thou goest about to apply a moral medicine to a mortifying mischief. I cannot be other than I am. I must be sad when I have cause, and smile at no man's jests, eat when I have stomach, and wait on no man's leisure, sleep when I am drowsy, and tend to no man's business, laugh when I am merry, and claw no man in his humour.
Yea, but you must not make the full show of this, till you may do so without controlment. You hath of late stood out against your brother, and he hath taken you newly into his grace. It is needful you frame the season for your own harvest.
I had rather be a canker in a hedge than a rose in his grace. It better fits my blood to be disdained of all. In this, though it cannot be said that I am a flattering, honest man, it must not be denied that I am a plain-dealing villain. I am trusted with a muzzle. Therefore I have decreed not to sing in my cage. If I had my mouth, I would bite. If I had my liberty, I would do my liking. So in the meantime, let me be as I am and seek not to alter me.
Can you make no use of your discontent?
I make all use of it, for I use it only! Who comes here? What news, Borachio?
I come yonder from a great supper, and I can give you intelligence of an intended marriage.
Will it serve for any model to build mischief on? Who is he for a fool that betroths himself to unquietness?
Oh, marry, it is your brother's right hand.
Who? The most exquisite Claudia.
Hell, even he.
Proper squire. And who? Which way looks he?
Marry, on Hero, the daughter and heirs of Leonato.
A very forward march chick. How came you to this?
Well, as I was smoking in a musty room, comes me the prince and Claudio hand in hand in sad conference. Oh, I whipped me behind the arras, and there I had it heard upon that the prince would woo Hero for himself, and once having obtained her, give her over to Count Claudio.
Come, let us thither. This may prove food to my displeasure. That young upstart hath all the glory of my overthrow. If I can cross him any way, I bless myself every way. Are you both sure and will assist me?
To the death, my lord.
Come, let us to the supper. Their cheer is more subdued than I am under. Shall we go prove what is to be done?
We'll wait upon your lordship.
Here at supper.
I saw him not. Oh, how tartly that gentleman looks. I never can see him, but I'm heartburned an hour after.
He is of a very melancholy disposition.
It were an excellent man that were made just in the midway between him and Senor Benedick. The one is too like an image and says nothing, and the other, ever more tattling.
By my troth, niece, thou wilt never get thee a husband if thou be so shrewd as thy tongue.
For the which blessing I am at him upon my knees every morning and evening. Lord, I could not endure a husband with a beard on his face. I'd rather lie in the woolen.
You may lie to the husband that hath no beard.
And what should I do with him? Dress him up in my apparel and make him a waiting gentlewoman? He that hath a beard is more than a youth, and he that hath no beard is less than a man. He that is more than a youth, not for me. And he that is less than a man, I am not for him. Therefore take I in earnest my sixpence to go to the bear with and lead his apes. Into hell?
Well then, I go you into hell.
No, but to the gate, and there the devil meets me like an old cuckold with horns on his head and says, "Get thee to heaven, Beatrice, get thee to heaven. Here's no place for you maids." So there I up my apes and away to St. Peter for the heaven. He shows me where the bachelors sit, and there live we as merry as the day is long.
Well, miss, I trust that you will be ruled by your father.
Oh yes, in faith, it is my cousin's duty to make curtsy and say, "Father, as it please you." But yet, for all that, dear cousin, let him be a handsome fellow, or else make curtsy again and say, "Oh, Father, as it please me."
Well, niece, I hope to see you one day fitted with a husband.
Not till God makes men of some metal other than earth.
Daughter, remember what I told you. If the prince do solicit you in that kind, you know your answer.
The fault will be in the timing, cousin, if you be not wooed in good time. If the prince be too important, tell him there is measure in everything, and so dance out the answer.
Cousin, you apprehend passing shrewdly.
Ah, I have a good eye, uncle. I can see a church by daylight.
The revellers are entering, Papa.
With your friend.
So you walk softly, look sweetly, and say nothing. I am yours for the walk, especially when I walk away.
With me in your company.
I may say so, when I please.
And when please you to say so?
When I like your favour. For God defend the lute should be like the case.
My visor is Philemon's roof, within the house is Jove.
Why then, your visor should be fudged.
Speak low, if you speak loud.
Well, I would you did like me.
So would not I, for your sake, for I have many ill qualities.
Which is one?
I say my prayers aloud.
I love you the better. The hearers may cry, Amen.
God, match me with a good dancer.
Amen.
I know you well enough. You are Signor Antonia. Not a word, I am not. Oh, come, come. Do you think I do not know you by your excellent wit? Can't you know you are she?
Will you not tell me who told you so?
No, you shall pardon me.
Nor you will not tell me who you are.
Not now.
That I was disdainful, and that I had my good wit out of the 100 merry tales. Why, this was Senor Benedick said so.
What's he?
Oh, I'm sure. You know him well enough.
I pray you, what is he?
He is the prince's jester, a very dull fool. I would he had boarded me.
Oh, when I know the gentleman, I'll tell him what you say.
Oh, do. He'll then but break a comparison or two on me, which, perchance, being neither marked nor laughed at, strikes him into melancholy. We must follow the lead also. Hey! Fine, anyway. We'll leave them at the next turning.
That is Claudio. I know him by his bearing.
Are not you Signor Benedick?
You know me well. I am he.
Signor, you are very near my brother in his love. He is enamored on Hero. I pray you dissuade him from her. She is no match for his birth.
How know you him, my son?
I've heard him swear her of his affection for her.
So did I too, and he swore he would marry her tonight.
Come, let's to the banquet.
Thus answer I in the name of Benedick, but hear these ill news with the ears of Claudio. 'Tis true indeed. The prince woos for himself. Friendship is constant in all other things, save in the office and affairs of love. This is an accident of hourly proof, which I mistrusted not. Farewell, therefore, hero.
Count Claudio!
Yea, the same.
Come, will you go with me?
Whither?
About your own business, Countess. The prince hath got your hero.
I wish you joy of her.
But do you think the prince would have served you thus?
I pray you, leave me.
Oh, you strike like the blind man.
It will not be, I'll leave you.
Oh, alas, poor hurt foul. Now will he quickly to stitches. But that my lady Beatrice should know me and not know me. The prince's fool? I am not so reputed. Well, I'll be revenged as I may.
Now, Signor, where's the Count? Did you see him?
Troth, my lord, I found him here as melancholy as a lodge in a warren. I told him, and I think I told him true, that your grace hath got the goodwill of his lady.
Why? What's his fault?
The flat transgression of a schoolboy who, being overjoyed with finding a bird's nest, shows it his companion and he steals it. And you, I take it, have stolen his bird's nest.
I will but teach them to sing and restore them to the owner.
By my faith. You say honestly.
The Lady Beatrice hath a quarrel to you.
Oh, she misused me past the endurance of a block. She told me, not thinking I had been myself, that I was the prince's jester. She speaks poniards and every word stabs. If her breath were as terrible as her terminations, there were no living near her. She would infect to the North Star. But I would not marry her. Come, talk not of her. I would to God some sorrow, for certainly all disquiet, horror, and perturbation follows her. Oh, look, here she comes. Will your grace command me any service to the world's end? I will go on the slightest errand now to the Antipodes, rather than hold 3 words conference with this harpy. No employment for me.
None but to desire your good company.
Lord, here is a dish I love not. I cannot endure my lady tongue.
Come, lady, come. You've lost the heart of Signor Benedick.
Oh, it is true, my lord. He lent it me a while, and I gave him use for it. A double heart for his single one. Marry once before he won it off me with false dice. Therefore, your lord may well say I have lost it.
Oh, you have put him down, lady. You have put him down.
Well, so I would, so he should not do me, my lord, lest I should prove the mother of fools. Well, I have bought Cann Claudio, whom you sent me to seek.
Why, now how, Count?
Wherefore are you sad?
Not sad, my lord. What then? Sick? Neither, my lord.
Count is neither sick nor sad, nor merry nor well, but civil, Count. Civil as an orange. And something of that jealous complexion.
In faith, lady, I think your blazing to be true, but if he be so, his conceit is false. Here, Claudia, I have wooed in thy name, and the fair hero is won. I broke with her father, and his goodwill obtained. Name the date of marriage, and God give thee joy!
Count, Take me my daughter, and with her my fortune. His grace hath made the match, and on grace say amen to it.
Speak, Cann, 'tis your cue.
Silence is the perfectest herald of joy. I were but little happy if I could say how much. Lady, as you are mine, I am yours. I give away myself for you and dote upon the exchange.
Speak, cousin, or if you cannot, stop his mouth with a kiss.
In faith, lady, you have a merry heart.
Ah, I thank it. It keeps me on the windy side of care. Oh, my cousin whispers in his ear that he is in her heart.
And so she doth, cousin.
Ah, the good Lord for an alliance. Thus goes everyone to the world but I, and I am sunburnt. I may sit in the corner and cry, hey ho, for a husband.
Will you have me, lady?
No, my lord! Unless I might have another for working days. Your grace is too costly to wear every day. I beseech your grace pardon me. I was born to speak all mirth and no matter.
To be merry best becomes. For out of question you were born in a merry hour.
No, sure, my mother cried. But then a star danced, and under that was I born. Cousins, God give you joy.
By my troth. Pleasant spirited lady.
There's little of the melancholy element in her, my lord.
She often dreamed of unhappiness and waked herself with laughing.
She cannot endure to hear tell of her husband.
No, by no means. She mocks all her wooers out of suit.
She were an excellent wife for Benedick.
Oh, Lord. Oh, my lord, if they were a week married, they would talk themselves mad.
Friends, when mean you to go to church?
Tomorrow, my lord.
Time goes on crutches to love.
Not till Monday, my daughter, which is hence just a 7 night.
Oh, come, you shake your head and so long a breathing. But I warrant you, friends, I will not let the time go dully by us. I will in the interim undertake one of Hercules' labours, which is to bring Signor Benedick and the Lady Beatrice into a mountain of affection. If you grieve will but minister such assistance as I will give direction.
My lord, I am for you.
And I, my lord. And you too, gentle hero?
I will do any modest office, my lord, to help my cousin to a good husband.
If we can do this, Cupid is no longer the archer. His glory shall be ours, for we are the only loved gods. Go in with me and I will tell you my drift. But I can cross it.
Any bar, any cross, any impediment will be medicinable to me. I am sick in displeasure. How canst thou cross this marriage?
Well, I think I told your lordship how much I am in the favour of Margaret, the waiting gentlewoman to hero.
I remember.
I can, at any unreasonable instance of the night, appoint her to look out at her lady's chamber window.
What life is in that to be the death of this marriage?
Poison that lies in you to temper. Well, go you to the prince, your brother, and spare not tell him that he hath wronged his honour in marrying the renowned Count Claudio into a contaminated stale. One such as hero.
What proof can I make of that?
Proof enough to misuse the prince, to vex Claudio, to undo hero, and to kill Leonato. Look you for any other issue?
Only to dispute them, I will endeavour anything.
Go you. Find me a spare hour to draw Don Pedro and Claudio alone. Tell them that you know hero loves me. offer them instances at which they could see me look out at her lady's chamber window. At this very night, before the intended wedding. And over there shall appear the truth of heroes' disloyalty, that jealousy will be called assurance, and preparation overthrown.
Be cunning in the working this, and thy fee is 1,000 ducats.
Well, be constant in your accusation, and my cunning shall not be overthrown.
I will presently go learn of their marriage day.
Wonder that one man, seeing how much another man is a fool and dedicates his behaviours to love, will, after he hath laughed at such shallow follies in others, become the argument of his own scorn by falling in love. And such a man is Claudio. I have known when there was no music in him but the drum and the fife. And now he would rather hear the tableau and the pipe. He was wont to speak plain and to the purpose, like an honest man and a soldier. And now is he turned orthography. May I be so converted and see with these eyes? I cannot tell. I think not. I will not be sworn, but love may transform me into an oyster. But I'll take my oath on it, till he have made an oyster of me, he shall never make me such a fool. One woman is fair, yet I am well. Another wise, yet I'm well. Another virtuous, yet I am well. Till all graces be in one woman. One woman shall not come in my grace. Oh, here come Claudio and Monsieur Love.
Come.
I will hide me in the arbour.
Shall we hear this music? Oh, yea, my good lord. How still the evening is.
See where Benedick hath hid himself.
Oh, very well, my lord. The music ended. We'll fit the quick fox with a pennyworth.
Come, Balthazar. We'll hear that song again.
Oh, good, my lord. Tax not so bad a voice to slander music any more than once.
Let him woo no more, I pray thee sing.
Note this, before my notes. There's not a note of mine worth the noting. Sigh no more, ladies. Sigh no more. Men were deceivers. Ever. 1 foot on sea and 1 on shore. To one thing constant never. Sing no more ditties, sing no more. Not so dull and heavy. The throne of man was ever so.
my troth, a good song.
And an ill singer, my lord. If he had been a dog that would have howled thus, they would have hanged him.
Really, Balthazar, I've gathered some excellent music for tomorrow. We'll have it with the Lady Hero's chamber window.
The best I can, my lord.
Do so. Oh well. Come hither, Leonato. What was it you told me of today that your niece Beatrice was in love with Signor Benedick? Oh,
Stuck on the bastards. I did never think that lady would have loved any man.
No, nor I neither. But most wonderful that she should so dote on Senor Benedick, whom she hath in all outward appearances seemed ever to abhor.
Is it possible?
By my troth, I do not know what to think, but that she loves him with an outraged affection, it is past the infinite of thought.
maybe she doth but counterfeit.
Oh, counterfeit! There was never counterfeit of passion came so near the life of passion as she discovers us.
Like the hook this fish will bite.
Why? What effects of passion shows she?
What effects, my lord? You heard my daughter tell you how.
She did indeed.
How? How pray you? You amaze me. I would have thought her spirit had been invincible against all assaults of affection.
Well, so would I, my lord, especially against Senor Benedick.
I would think there's a gull, but the white-haired fellow speaks it.
Taking the affection, hold it up.
Has she made her affection known to Benedick?
No, and swears she never will.
She did indeed. So your daughter says. Shall I, says she, that have so often counted him with scorn, write to him that I love him? And then down upon her knees she falls, weeps, sobs, beats her heart, treads her hair, prays, curses. Oh, sweet Benedick. Give me patience.
She doth indeed, my daughter says so.
I pray you. Tell Benedick Dobbin and hear what he will say.
Oh, were it good, think you?
Our hero thinks surely she will die. For she says she will die, if he love her not.
'Tis possible he'll scorn it, for the man, as you know all, hath a contemptible spirit. I am sorry for your niece. Shall we go see Benedick and tell him of her love?
Oh, never tell him, my lord. No, wear it out with good counsel.
Oh, that's impossible. She may wear her heart out first.
We will hear further of it by your daughter. Let it cool a while. I love Benedick well, and I could wish he would modestly examine himself to see how much he is unworthy so good a lady.
My lord, will you walk? Dinner is ready.
You do not dote on this upon her. I will never trust my expectations.
Let there be the same net spread for her, and there must her daughter and her gentlewoman carry. Let us send her to call him into dinner.
This could be no trick. Their conference was sadly born. They've the truth of this from Hero. They seem to pity the lady. It seems her affections have their full bent. Love me? Why? It must be requited. I will be horribly in love with her. I may chance have some odd remnants and quirks of wit broken on me, for I have railed so long against marriage. But doth not the appetite alter? When I said that I would die a bachelor, I did not think I would live till I were married. Oh, there comes Beatrice. By this day, she is a fair lady. I do spy some marks of love in her.
Against my will, I am sent to bid you come into dinner.
I thank you for your pains, fair Beatrice.
Take no more pains to those thanks than you take pains to thank me.
Then you take pleasure in the message?
Yes, take upon a knife's point and choke a door withal. You have no stomach, Signor, farewell.
Against my will, I am sent to bid you come in to dinner. There's double meaning in that. If I do not love her, I'm a villain. I will go get her picture.
Beatrice. Whisper in her ear and tell her us ladies walk in the orchard and our whole discourse is all of her. Say that thou overheadst us and bid her steal into the pleached bower. There she will hide her to listen our purpose.
I'll make her come presently, I warrant you.
Now, Ursula, when Beatrice doth come, as we trace this alley up and down, our talk must only be of Benedick. When I do name him, let it be thy part to praise him more than ever man did merit. My talk to thee must be how Benedick is sick in love with Beatrice. Of this matter is little Cupid's crafty arrow made that only wounds by hearsay. Now begin, for look where Beatrice, like a lapwing, runs to hear our conference. Oh, the pleasantest angling is to see the fish freely devour the treasures. So angle we for Beatrice, who even now is couched in the literature. Fear you not my part of the dialogue. No, truly, Ursula, she is too disdainful. I know her spirits are as quiet and wild as haggards of the rock. But are you sure that Benedick loves Beatrice so entirely? So says the prince and my new betrothed lord. Oh, and? Or did they bid you tell her of it, madam? Oh, they did entreat me to acquaint her of it. But I persuaded them, if they love Benedick, to wish him wrestle with his affection and to never let Beatrice know of it. Oh, why did you so? Doth not the gentleman deserve as full, as fortunate a bed as ever Beatrice shall couch upon? Oh, God of love! I know that he doth deserve as much as may be yielded to a man, but nature never framed a woman's heart of prouder stuff than that of Beatrice. Disdain and scorn ride sparkling in her eyes, misprizing what they look on, and her wit values itself so highly that to her all matter else seem weak. She cannot love, nor take no shade project of affection. She is so self-endeared. Oh, sure, I think so. Therefore, certainly, 'twere not legitimate love, unless she makes sport at it. Why, you speak truth. Why, I never yet saw a man how wise, noble, young, how rarely featured, but she would spell him backwards. If fair-faced, she would swear that the gentleman should be her sister. If tall, a lance ill-headed. If low, an agate, very vilely cut. So turned she every man the wrong side out, and confronted truth and virtue, that simpleness and merit purchase it. Sure, such carping is not commendable. No, not to be so modern from old fashions as Beatrice is, cannot be commendable. But who dare tell her
were as bad as die with tickling. Hear what she will say.
No.
Rather, I will go to Benedick to counsel him to wrestle against his affection, and truly I'll devise some honest slanders to stain my cousin with. One doth not know how much an ill word may empoison liking.
Oh, do not do your cousin such a wrong! She cannot be so much without true judgment, having so swift and excellent a wit as she is prized to have, and to refuse so rare a gentleman as Signor Benedick.
Oh, he is the only man of Italy. Oh, always excepted my dear Claudio.
I pray you, madam, be not angry with me speaking my fancy. Signor Benedick. A shape, bearing, argument, valor, whose foremost report Italy.
Indeed, he hath an excellent good name.
His excellence did earn it, ere he had it. When are you married, madam? Why, every day tomorrow!
Come, go in. I'll show thee some attires and have thy counsels.
The best to furnish me tomorrow. She's lying, don't worry, we have caught her running. If it proves so, then loving goes by house.
Some cupid kills with arrows, some with traps.
What fire is in mine ears? Can this be true? Stand I condemned for pride and scorn so much? Contempt? Farewell. And maiden pride? Adieu. No glory lives behind the back of such, and Benedick. Love on. I will requite thee, taming my wild heart to thy loving hand, if thou dost love my kindness, shall incite thee to bind our loves up in a holy band, for others say thou dost deserve. And I believe it, better than reportingly.
I do but stay till your marriage be consummate, and then I go toward Aragon.
I'll bring you thither, my lord, if you'll vouchsafe me.
Nay, that would be as great a swell in the new glass of your marriage as to show the child his new coat and forbid him to wear it. I will only be bold with Benedick for his company, for from the crown of his head to the sole of his feet, he is all mirth.
Gallant, I am not as I have been.
So say I. Methinks you are sadder.
I hope he be in love.
Hang him, Troy. If he be sad, he wants money.
I have the toothache.
Oh, the toothache.
Well, every man can master a grief, but he that has it.
Oh, yet say I, he is in love. For if he be not in love with some woman, there is no believing old signs.
Indeed, he looks younger than he did by the loss of a beard.
Nay. Rubs himself with civet. Can you smell him out by that?
The biggest note of it is his melancholy.
And when was he want to wash his face?
Yeah, he ought to paint himself.
No. But I know who loves him.
Well, that would I know too. I warrant one that knows him not.
Yes, and he's ill-conditioned, and, in despite of all, dies for him.
She'll be buried with her face upwards.
Yet this is no charm for the toothache. Old senor, walk aside with me. But I have studied 8 or 9 wise words to speak to you, which these hobby horses must not hear.
For my life to break with him about Beatrice.
'Tis even so. Hero and Ursula by this have played their parts. And then the two bears will not bite one another when they meet.
My lord and brother, God save you. If your leisure serve it, I would speak with you, and Count Claudio may hear, for what I would speak of concerns him.
What's the matter?
Does your lordship mean to marry tomorrow?
You know he does.
I know not that, when he knows what I know.
If there be any impediment, I pray you discover it.
So you may think I love you not. Let that be hereafter. For my brother, I think, holds you well, and in dearness of heart hath hoped to effect your ensuing marriage. Surely, suit ill spent and labour ill bestowed.
Why? What's the matter?
I came hither to tell you, for she is too long a talking of. The lady is disloyal.
The hero.
Even she, Leonato's hero, your hero, every man's hero.
Disloyal.
The word is too good to paint out her wickedness. I could say she were worse, think you a worse title, and I will fit it to her. Go but with me tonight, and you will see her chamber window entered. If you love her then, tomorrow wed her. But it would better fit your honour to change your mind.
May this be so.
If you do not believe what you see, confess not that you know. But if you will go with me, I will show you enough. And when you have seen more and heard more, proceed accordingly.
If I see anything tonight why I should not marry her tomorrow in the congregation, where I should wed, there will I shame her.
And as I wooed for thee to obtain her, I will join with thee to disgrace her.
I will disparage you no further till you bear my witnesses. Go with me, and we'll see the issue show itself.
Oh, day untowardly turned! This is strangely thwarting.
Oh, plague right well prevented! Or so you say when you have seen the prequel.
Body and soul.
Nay, that were a punishment too good for them, if they should have any allegiance in them, being chosen for the prince's watch.
Well, give them their charge, neighbour Dogberry.
First, who think you the most desertless man to be constable?
You okay, sir? Or George Seagull? He get right and read.
Come hither, neighbour Seagull. God hath blessed you with a good name. To be a well-favoured man is a gift of fortune, but to write and to read comes by nature.
Both which, Master Constable?
You have. I knew it would be your answer. Well, for your favour, sir, why, give God thanks and make no boast of it. And for your writing and your reading, well, let that appear when there is no need of such vanity. You are thought here to be the most senseless and fit man for the constable of the watch. Therefore, bear you the lantern. This is your charge. You are to comprehend all vagrom men. You shall bid any man stand in the prince's name.
Ow, if he will not stand.
Oh. Why then? Take no note of him, but let him go. and then presently call the rest of the watch together, and thank God you're rid of a name.
If he will not stand, or when he is bidden, he is none of the prince's subjects.
True, and they are to meddle with none but the prince's subjects. You are to call at all the alehouses and bid those that are drunk get them turned.
Oh, we will rather sleep than talk. We know what belongs to a watch.
You speak like a most ancient and quiet watchman. For I cannot see how sleeping should offend. Only have a care that your bills be not stolen. As I was saying, you are to call at all the alehouses and bid those that are drunk get them to bed.
Oh, ow, if they will not.
Why then? Let them alone till they are sober. If they make you not then the better answer, you should say, they are not the men you took them for.
Oh, no! You have been always called a merciful man, partner.
I would not hang a dog by my will, much more a man that hath any honesty in him.
If you hear a child cry in the night, you must call to the nurse and bid her still it.
Ow, if the nurse be asleep and will not hear us.
Why then? Depart in peace, and let the child wake her with crying. For the ewe that will not hear her lamb when it bars will never answer a calf when it bleats. This is the end of the charge. If you should hear, if you should meet the prince in the night, you may stay him.
Nay, by Our Lady, I think it cannot.
He may stay him. No, not without the prince being willing, for the watch ought to offend no man, and it is an offence to stay a man against his will.
By Our Lady, I think it be so.
Well, neighbours, good night. If there be any matter of late chances, call up me. Keep your fellows' counsels and your own, and good night.
Well, masters, we are here our charge. Let us go sit up on the church bench still too, and then go to bed. Oh.
I pray you keep watch about Signor Leonato's door. For the wedding being there tomorrow, there is a great coil tonight. Adieu, be vigilant, I beseech you.
Conrad, I say.
Here, man. I am at thy elbow.
Mass, and thy elbow itch, but I thought a scab would follow.
Oh, I'll owe thee an answer for that. Now, forward with thy tale.
Well, know that I have earned of Don John 1,000 ducats.
Some tracing, masters. Let's stand close.
Is it possible that any villainy be so dear?
When rich villains are in need of poor ones, oh, poor ones, make what price they will.
I wonder at it.
Thou knowest that the fashion of a doublet or a cloak or a hat is nothing to a man.
Yes, it is apparel.
I mean the fashion.
Yes. The fashion is the fashion.
Did thou not just hear somebody?
No, 'twas the vein on that house.
Oh, what a deformed thief this fashion is!
Art thou thyself giddy with the fashion, that thy shifted out of telling thy tale into telling me of the fashion?
Well, no, I tonight wooed Margaret. Yes, the lady's hero gentleman, by the name of Hero. Oh, she leans out to me at her mistress's chamber window, wishes me 1,000 times good night. I tell this tale vilely. I should first tell thee how the prince, Claudio, yes, that's his name, the Prince Claudio and Don John, placed, planted, and possessed by my master Don John, saw afar off this in the orchard, this amiable encounter.
And thought they Margaret was hero.
Yeah, well, two of them, the prince and Claudio, but not the devil, my master. Oh, he knew that she was Margaret, firstly by the oaths which did possess them, and partly by that dark night which did conceive them, but chiefly by my villainy, that did confirm any slander that Don John had made. Away went Claudio enraged. Oh, swore he would see at her as was appointed. The next morning at the temple before the whole congregation shamed her with what he saw o'er the night, and left her alone once again without a husband.
And Princess scared!
Call up the right witch master constable. Tell him that we have recovered the most dangerous piece of lechery that was ever known in the Commonwealth.
Masters, never speak! We charge you, let us appoint you to go with us!
We'll likely prove good commodity by taking these men up on their bills.
The commodity in question, I warrant you. Now, go with you.
Troth, I think your other rubato were better.
No, I pray thee, good Meg, I'll wear this. By my troth, it's not so good.
And I warrant your cousin will say so.
Well, my cousin's a fool.
And thou art another. I'll wear none but this. I like the tie within excellently, and the gown's a most rare fashion.
Oh, God give me joy to wear it, for my heart is exceeding heavy.
'Twill be heavier soon, by the weight of a man!
Fie upon thee!
Art not ashamed? Of what, lady? Of speaking honourably? Is not marriage honourable in a beggar? Is not thy lord honourable without marriage? I think you would have me say, saving your reverence, a husband. And bad thinking be not true speaking. I'll offend nobody. Ask my lady Beatrice, till she comes.
Goodbye, sweet hero.
Why, how now? Do you speak in the sick tune?
I'm out of all other tune, methinks. Hey-ho, I am exceeding ill.
A hawk, a horse, or a husband?
What means the fool, Tram?
Nothing I, but God grant everyone their heart's desires.
Ah, the gloves the Count sent me. They are an excellent perfume.
Oh, I'm stuffed, cousin. I cannot spell.
I'm made and stuffed. Oh, there's goodly catching a cold.
Oh, God help me. How long have you professed apprehension?
Ever since you left it. Does not my wit become me rarely?
Oh, it is not seen enough. You should wear it in your cap. Oh, by my troth, I'm sick.
Get you some of this distilled Cardus Benedictus and lay it to your heart. 'Tis the only thing for a qualm.
There thou prickest her with a thistle.
Benedictus? Why, Benedictus? Huh? Have you some moral in this Benedictus?
Moral? No, by my troth, I have no moral meaning. I meant plain holy thistle. You may think that I think that you are in love. Nay, vile lady, I am not such a fool to think, if I were to think my heart out of thinking, that you are in love, or that you will be in love, or that you can be in love. And yet, Benedick was such another, and now has he become a man. He swore he would never marry, and yet now, despite his heart, he eats his meat without grudging, and how you may be converted I know not. Yet methinks you look with your eyes, as other women do.
What pace is this that thy tongue keeps?
Not a false gallop.
The Prince, the Count, Signor Benedick, Don John, and all the gals of the town come to fetch you back! Good dress, good cars, good beard, good Eswan.
What would you with me, honest neighbour?
Marry, sir, I would have some confidence with you that discerns you nearly.
Your brief, I pray you, for you see, it's a busy time with me.
Marry, this it is, sir.
Yes, in truth it is, sir.
What is it, my good friends?
Good man Virgie, sir, speaks a little off the matter. An old man, sir, but in fact, honest as the skin between his brows.
Yes, I thank God that I am as honest as any man living, who is an old man and no honester than I.
Comparisons are odorous. Malabras, neighbour Virgies.
Neighbours, you are tedious.
It pleases your worship to say so. Were I as tedious as a king, I would find it in my heart to bestow it all of your worship.
And so am I.
I would fain know what you have to say.
Mary, our watch tonight, accepting your worship's presence, had taken in a couple of as arrant knaves as any in Messina.
Good old man, sir. He will be talking. As they say, when the age is in, the wit is out. God help us.
Indeed, I must leave you.
One word, sir. Our watch, sir, hath indeed comprehended 2 auspicious persons, and we would have them examined here before your worship.
Give the examination yourself and bring it me. I am now in great haste, as it may appear unto you.
Shall be sufficient.
Yeah, drink some wine, there you go. Fare you well.
Go, good partner, go. Get you to Francis C. Cole, bid him bring his pen and ink to the jail. We are now to examination these men.
And we must do it wisely.
We will spare for no wit, I warrant you. Years that shall drive some of them to a non-com. Only get the learned writer to set down our excommunication and meet me at the jail. Gentle assembly, we shall now break for a third of an hour's intercession. We beseech you in these 20 minutes to please take refreshment at the canteen yonder, where thou shalt find all manner of victuals at very treasonable prices. Please also take care to avail yourselves of the facilities. Which thou shalt find at the end of the passage.
Interval! You come hither, my lord, to marry this lady.
No.
To be married to her, friar. You come to marry her.
Lady, you come hither to be married to this count.
I do.
If either of you know any inward impediment why you should not be conjoined, charge you on your souls to utter it.
Know you any hero?
None, my lord.
Know you any, count?
I dare make his answer, none.
Standing by, friar. Father, by your leave, will you with free and unconstrained soul give me this maid, your daughter?
Well, as freely so as God did give her me.
And what have I to give back, whose worth may counterpoise this rich and precious gift?
Nothing unless you render her again.
Sweet prince, you learn me noble thankfulness. There, Leonardo. Take her back again! Give not this run Norwich to your friend. She's but the sign and semblance of her honour. Ah, behold, how, like a maid, she blushes here. Would you not swear, all you that see her, that she were a maid by these exterior shows? But she is none. She knows the heat of an exterior bed.
What do you mean, my lord?
Not to be married. Not to knit my soul to an approved wanton.
Dear my lord, if you in your own proof has vanquished the virginity of her youth and made defeat of her virginity...
No, Leonardo, no! I never tempted her with word true life, but as a brother to his sister showed bashful sincerity and comely love.
And seemed I ever otherwise to you?
Outwardly, see me. I will write against it. You seem to me as Diane in her orb, as chaste as is the blood ere it be blown. But you were more intemperate in your blood than Venus. All those pampered animals that rage in savage sensuality.
Is my lord well that he doth speak so wide?
Sweet prince, why speak not you?
What shall I speak? I stand dishonoured to have gone about to link my dear friend with a common stale.
These things spoken, or do I have a dream?
So they are spoken, these things are true.
True? God!
This looks not like a nuptial.
Let me but answer one question to your daughter. And bid her answer true.
I pray thee do so, as thou art my child.
Oh, God! Defend me! What kind of... How am I beset? What kind of catechizing call you this?
What man was he? Talked with you yesterday, out at your window betwixt 12 and 1. Now, if you are a maid, answer to this.
I talked with no man at that hour, my lord.
Why, then, you are no maiden? Leonardo, I am sorry you must hear, but on my honour, myself, my brother, and this grieved count did see her, hear her, at that hour last night, talk with a ruffian at her chamber window, who hath indeed most like a liberal villain, confessed the vile encounters they have had 1,000 times in secret.
Fie, they are not to be named, my lord, not to be spoke of. There is not enough chastity in language for offence to utter them. Therefore, pretty lady, I am sorry for thy much misgovernment.
Oh, hero. What a hero hadst thou been, if half thy outward graces were placed about thy thoughts and counsels of thy heart. Fare thee well, must thou? Farewell.
Hath no man's dagger here a point for me?
Why, sweet hero, wherefore sink you down?
Come, let us go, these things come thus to light. Smother her spirits up.
How does the lady?
Dead, I think. Help! Uncle! Hero! Why? Hero! Uncle! Benedick! Friar!
Have comfort, lady.
Dost thou deny?
Wherefore should she not?
Wherefore? Why doth not every earthly thing cry shame upon her? Could she hear tonight the story that is written in her blood? Oh, do not live, hero, do not ope thine eyes. Or did I think thou wouldst not quickly die? Thought I thy spirits were stronger than thy shames, myself would at the very rearward of reproaches strike at thy life. but one. Should I but that at frugal nature's frame? One too much by thee. But why had I won? Why had I not, with charitable intent, taken up a beggar's issue at my gate, who smirched thus and mired with infamy? I might have said, well, no part of this is mine. This child derives itself from unknown loins. Mine. And mine I loved, and mine I praised, and mine that I was proud on. Mine so much that I myself was to myself not mine, valuing of her. Why she, no, she's fallen into a pit of ink. That the wide sea had drops too few to wash her clean again, and salt too little which may season give to her foul tender flesh.
Sir, be patient. For my part, I'm so tired in wonder, I know not what to say.
On my soul, my cousin is belied.
Were you her bedfellow last night?
No, truly, although until last night I have this 12-month been her bedfellow.
Confirmed! Confirmed! Would the princess lie, and Claudio lie, who, speaking of her foulness, washed it with tears?
Hear me a little. By noting of the lady, I have marked in her eye there hath appeared a fire to burn away the errors that these princes hold against her maiden truth. Call me a fool. Trust not my reading nor my observations. If this lady lie not guiltless here under some biting error. Lady, what manner of man is he that you are accused of?
They know who do accuse me. I know none. Oh, my father, prove you that any man with me conversed at hours unmeet, or that yesterday I maintained the change of word with any creature. Refuse me, hate me, torture me to death.
There is some strange misprision within the princes.
Two of them have the very bent of honour. If their wisdom's been misled in this, the practice of it lives in John the Bastard, whose spirits toil in frame of villainies.
I know not. If they speak but truth of her, these hands shall tear her. If they wrong her honour, the proudest of them shall well know.
Pause a while, and let my counsel sway you in this case. Your daughter here, the princess left for dead. Let her be a while secretly kept in, and publish it that she is dead indeed.
What will become of this? What will this do?
Marry, this well carried shall on her behalf change slander to remorse. That is some good. She dying, as it must so be maintained, upon the instant that she was accused, shall be lamented, pitied, and excused of every hearer. So will it fare with Claudio, when he shall hear that she died upon his words. The idea of her life will sweetly creep into his study of imagination. Then will he mourn and wish he had not so accused her. The supposition of the lady's death will quench the wonder of her infamy.
Signor Leonardo, let the friar advise you.
Being as I flow in grief, the smallest twine may lead me.
'Tis well consented. Presently, away. Come, lady, die to live. This wedding day is perhaps but prolonged. Have patience and endure.
Lady Beatrice, have you wept all this while?
Yea, and I will weep a while longer.
Will not desire that.
Ah, you have no reason, I do it free.
Surely I do believe your fair cousin is wrong.
How much might the man deserve of me that could write her?
Is there any way to show such friendship?
A very even way, but no such friend.
May a man do it?
It is a man's office, but not yours.
I do love nothing in the world so well as you. Is that not strange?
It is as strange as the thing I know not. It were as possible for me to say I love nothing so well as you. But believe me not, yet I lie not. I confess nothing, nor I deny nothing. I am sorry for my cousin.
By my sword, Beatrice, thou lovest me.
Do not swear and eat it.
I protest, I love thee.
Well then, God forgive me.
What offence, sweet Beatrice?
You have stayed me in a happy hour. I was about to protest that I loved you.
Do it, with all thy heart.
I love you with so much of my heart, there is no land to protect.
Bid me do anything for thee.
Kill Claudio.
For the wide world.
You kill me to deny it. Farewell.
Tarry, sweet Beatrice.
No. I will go. There is no love in you. I pray you let me go. I will go.
We'll be friends first.
You dare easier be friends with me than fight with mine enemy.
Is Claudio thine enemy?
Is he not approved in the height a villain that hath slandered, scorned, dishonoured my kinswoman? Oh, that I were a man. What, with public slander, uncovered accusation, unmitigated rancour. Oh God, that I were a man. I would eat his heart in the marketplace.
Hear me, Beatrice.
Oh, talk with a man out a window. A proper saying.
Nay, but Beatrice.
Sweet hero, she is wronged. She is slandered. She is undone.
Beatrice.
Oh God, that I were a man for his sake. But I cannot be a man with wishing, and therefore I must die a woman with grieving.
Beatrice, by this hand I love thee.
Use it for my love some other way than swearing by it.
Think you in your soul the Count Claudio hath wronged hero?
Yea, as sure as I have a thought or a soul.
Enough. I'm engaged. I will challenge him. Kiss this hand, and so I leave you. By this hand, Claudio will render me a dear account. Go comfort your cousin, and say she is dead. And so, farewell.
But which are the offenders that are to be examined? You must call them forth, Master Constable.
Yea, let them come before me. What is your name, friend?
Borachio.
Pray write down Borachio. Yours, Sirrah?
I am a gentleman, sir. And my name is Conrad.
Write down Master Gentleman Conrad. Masters, do you serve God?
Yeah, yay, sir, we hope so.
Yep.
Yes.
Write down, they hope they serve God. And pray, write down God first. For God defend, but God should go before such villains. Masters, it is proved already that you are little better than false knaves, and it will go near to being thought so shortly. How answer you for yourselves?
Marry, sir, we say we are none.
A marvellous witty fellow, I assure you, but I will go about with him. Come here, Sirrah, a word in your ear. I say to you, it is thought you are false knaves.
Sir, I say to you that we are none.
Stand aside.
Have you read down that they are none?
Master Constable, you go not the way to examine. You must call forth the watch that are their accusers.
No, that's the eftest way. Let the watch come forth. Masters, I charge you in the prince's name, accuse these men.
This man did say, sir, that Don John, the prince's brother, was a villain.
Write down, Prince John a villain. Why, this is flat perjury to call the prince's brother villain.
Master Constable,
Pray thee, peace, fellow. I do not like thy look, I promise thee.
What heard you him say else?
Mary, that he had received 1,000 ducats of Don John, accusing the lady hero wrongfully.
Flat burglary as ever was committed.
Yea, by mass it is.
Well, and Count Claudio did mean to, upon his words, betray Hero before the whole assembly and not marry her.
Thou villain, thou wilt be condemned into everlasting redemption for this.
What else?
This is all.
And this is more, masters, than you can deny. Prince John is this morning secretly stolen away. Hero was in this manner accused, in this very manner refused, and upon the grief of it, suddenly died. Master Constable, have these men be bound and brought to Leonardo's. I will go before and show him their examination.
Come, let them be opinioned.
Let their hands be.
Oh, coxcomb!
God's my life, where's the sexton? Let him write down the prince's offers of coxcomb. Have fined them, thou naughty varlet.
Away! You are an ass! You are an ass!
Dost thou not suspect my place? Dost thou not suspect my years? That he were here to write me down an ass. But masters, remember that I am an ass. Though it be not written down, yet forget not that I am an ass. Thou villain, thou art full of piety, as shall be proved upon thee by good witness. I am a wise fellow. And, which is more, an officer. And which is more, a householder. And which is more, as pretty a piece of flesh as any in Messina. And one that knows the law, go to. And a rich enough fellow, go to. And one that hath had losses. That hath 2 gowns, and everything handsome about him. Bring him away. Oh, that I had been written down an ass.
I pray thee cease thy counsel. Show me a man that so loved his child, whose joy of her is overwhelmed like mine, and bid him speak of peace. 'Tis no man's virtue nor sufficiency to be so moral when he shall endure the like himself. Therefore give me no counsel. My griefs cry louder than advertisement.
Therein do men from children nothing differ.
I pray thee peace.
Yet bend not all the harm upon yourself. Let those who do offend you suffer too.
There thou speakst reason. Nay, I will do so. My soul doth tell me Hero is belied, and all of them that thus dishonour her shall know.
Here comes the prince, said Claudio hastily.
Good
day to both of you.
Hear you, my lords.
We have some haste, Leonato.
Oh, some haste, my lord. Well, fare you well, my lord. Are you so hasty now? Well, all is one.
Nay, do not quarrel with us, good old man.
If he could right himself with quarrelling, some of us would lie low.
Who wrongs him?
Marry, thou dost wrong me, thou dissembler thou. Nay, never let thy hand upon thy sword, I fear thee not.
Mary, beshrew my hand.
Tush, tush, man, never fleer and jest at me. No, Claudio, to thy hand. For thou hast so wronged and belied my innocent child. Thy slander has gone through and through her heart, and she lies buried with her ancestors. Oh, in a tomb where never scandal slept, save this of hers, framed by thy villainy.
My villainy? You say not right, old man.
I'll prove it on his body if he dare. Tush, tush. You have killed my child.
He shall kill two of us. Win me or wear me. Let him answer me.
Sister.
Content yourself. God knows I loved my niece, and she is dead. Slandered. True death. By villains. Dare as well answer a man indeed as I dare take a serpent by the tongue. Boys. Apes. Braggarts. Jacks. Milksop.
Oh, friends, both, we will not wait your patience. I am sorry for your daughter's death, but on my honour she was charged with nothing but what was true,
my lord,
and very full of proof,
my lord.
I will not hear you.
No? Well, come, sister, away. I will be heard.
And you shall, or some of us will smart for it.
See, here comes the man we went to seek.
Now, Signor, what news? Good day, my lord.
Welcome, Signor. You almost come to part of fray.
We had like to have had our two noses snapped off by two old dogs without teeth. But Benedick, we have been up and down to seek thee, for we are high-proof melancholy, and would fain have it beaten away. Would they use thy wit?
It is in my scabbard, shall I draw it?
As I am an honest man, he looks
Hey,
art thou sick or angry?
What courage, man! What though care killed a cat? Thou hast mettle enough in thee to kill care.
You are a villain.
Oh, well.
I jest not. Do me right, or I will protest your cowardice. You have killed a sweet and innocent lady. Her death shall fall heavy on you. Let me hear from you.
Well, I will meet you, so I may have good cheer.
Sir, your wit ambles well, it goes easily.
I will tell thee how Beatrice praised thy wit the other day. But when shall we set the savage bull's horns on the sensible Benedick's head?
Yea, and text underneath, here dwells Benedick, the married man.
Fare you well, boy, you know my mind. I leave you now to your gossip-like humour. You break jests as braggarts do their blades. My lord, for your many courtesies, I thank you. I must discontinue your company. Your brother, the bastard, has fled Messina. You have among you killed a sweet and innocent lady. As my Lord Lackbeard here, till we meet, peace be with him.
He is earnest.
In most profound earnest.
Did he not say my brother was fled?
Come you, sir. If justice cannot tame you, she shall ne'er lay more reasons in her hands.
How now? Two of my brother's men bound? Borachio one?
Yes.
Well, officers, what have you to say?
Marry, sir, these men have committed false report. Moreover, they've spoken untruths. Secondarily, they are slanders. Sixth and lastly, they have belied a lady. Thirdly, they have verified unjust things. And to conclude, they are lying knaves.
Who have you offended, masters, that you are thus bound to your answer? This learned constable is too cunning to be understood. What's your offence?
Sweet prince, let me go no farther to mine answer. Do you hear me? And let this count kill me, for I have deceived even your very eyes. what your wisdoms could not discover, what these shallow fools have brought to the light. Who in the night overheard me confessing to this man how Don John, your brother, had incensed me to slander the lady hero? How you brought out to the orchard and saw me court Margaret in hero's garments? How you have shamed her, and you should marry her? My villainy they have upon record, which I'd rather seal with my death than repeat over to my shame. The lady is dead upon mine and my master's false accusation. And briefly, I desire nothing but the reward of a villain.
Runs not this speech like iron through your blood?
I've drank poison whilst he added it.
But did my brother set thee onto this?
Yes, and paid me pricely for it.
Sweet hero, now thy image doth appear in the rare semblance that I loved at first.
Come, bring them away. And masters, do not forget to specify, when time and place shall serve, that I am an ass.
Which is the villain? Let me see his eyes.
If you know you're wrong, then look on me.
Art thou the slave that with thy breath has killed mine innocent child?
Yea, even I alone.
No, not so, villain. Thou beliest thyself. Here stand a pair of honourable men. A third is fled that had his hand in it. I thank you, princes, for my daughter's death. Record it with your high and worthy deeds. 'Twas bravely done, if you bethink you of it.
I know not how to pray for patience, yet I must speak. Choose your revenge yourself. Impose me to what penance your sin can lay upon my sin, yet sinned I not, but in mistaken.
By my soul, nor I, yet I would bend under any heavy weight that he'll enjoin me to.
I cannot bid you bid my daughter live. That were impossible. But I pray you both possess the people in Messina, hear how innocent she died. And if your love can labour aught in sad invention, hang her an epitaph upon her tomb, and sing it to her bones. Sing it tonight. Tomorrow morning, come you to my house, and since you could not be my son-in-law, be yet my nephew. My sister has a daughter, almost the copy of my child that died, and she alone is heir to both of us. Give her the rights you should have given her cousin, and so dies my revenge.
Oh, my dear sir, your overkindness doth wring tears from me. I do embrace your offer, and dispose for henceforth of poor Claudia.
Tomorrow then I will expect your coming. Tonight I take my leave. This man shall face to face be brought with Margaret, who I believe was packed in all this wrong, hired to it by your brother.
No, by my soul she was not. Nor did she know what she was doing when she spoke with me. She hath always been just and virtuous in everything that I know by her.
Moreover, sir, this plaintiff, the offender, did call me ass. I pray you, remember it in his punishment.
I thank thee for thy care and honest pains.
Your worship speaks like a most thankful and reverend youth, and I praise God for you.
There's my thanks.
God save the foundation. I humbly give you leave to depart, and if a merry meeting may be wished, God prohibit it. Come, neighbour.
Until tomorrow morning, lords, farewell.
Well, lords, we will look for you tomorrow.
We will not fail.
Tonight I'll mourn with Hero.
Bring you these fellows on. This man shall face to face be brought with Margaret. We will speak to her about how she encountered this lewd fellow.
Mistress Margaret? Deserved well at my hands by helping me to the speech of Beatrice?
Well, then write me a sonnet in praise of my beauty.
In so high a style, Margaret, that no man living shall come over it, for in most comely truth thou deserves it.
Have no man come over me. Why shall I always keep below stairs?
Thy wit is as quick as the greyhound's mouth that catches.
And yours as blunt as the fence's foils, which hit, but hurt not.
A most manly wit, Margaret, it would not hurt a woman. And so I pray thee, call Beatrice. I give thee the bucklers.
Give us the swords. We have bucklers of our own.
If you use them, Margaret, you must screw the pikes with a vice. They are dangerous weapons for maids.
Well, I will call Beatrice to you, whom I think hath legs.
Oh, and therefore will come. The God of love, it sits above and knows me, how pitiful I deserve thee. I mean, in singing, but in loving. Marry, I cannot show it in rhyme, I have tried. I can find out no rhyme to lady, but baby. Very ominous endings. No, I was not born under a rhyming planet. Sweet Beatrice, wouldst thou come when I call thee?
Yea, Senor, and depart when you bid me.
But stay till then.
Then is spoken. Fare you well now. But let me leave with that which I came, which is with knowing what hath passed between you and Claudio.
Only foul words, and thereupon will I kiss thee.
Foul words is but foul wind, and foul wind is but foul breath, and foul breath is noisome, therefore I will depart unkissed.
Claudio undergoes my challenge. And either I must shortly hear from him, or else I will subscribe him a coward. And now, I pray thee, tell me, for which of my bad parts did thou first fall in love with me?
For them all together, which maintained so politic a state of evil that they would allow no good part to intermingle with them. But for which of my good parts did you first suffer love for me?
Oh, suffer love, a good epithet, for I do suffer love indeed, for I love thee against my will.
In spite of your heart, I think. Alas, poor heart. If you'll spite it for my sake, I will spite it for yours, for I could never love that which my friend hates.
Thou and I are too wise to woo peaceably.
It appears not in this confession.
Tell me, how doth your cousin?
Very ill.
And how do you?
Very ill too.
Serve God, love me, and mend. There will I leave you, for here comes one in haste.
That night must come to your uncle. It is proved my lady hero hath been falsely accused. The prince and Claudio mightily abused, and Don John is the author of all, who is fed and gone. Will you come presently?
Will you come hear this news, senor?
I will live in my heart, die in my lap, and be buried in my eyes. And moreover, I will go with thee to thy uncle's.
Done to death by these slanderous tongues was the hero that here lies. Now, music, sound, and sing your solemn hymn.
Our
Now unto thy bones. Good night.
Did I not tell you she was innocent?
So are the Prince and Claudio, who accused her upon the error that you heard debated. But Margaret wasn't some fault for this. Though it gets her will, as it turns out, the true course of all the question.
Well, I am glad of all things thought so well.
As am I, else being by faith enforced to call young Claudio to a reckoning for it.
Now, sister, you know your part of this. You must be mother to your brother's sister and give her to young Claudio.
Which I shall do with confirmed countenance. Excellent. Here come the Prince and Claudio.
Good morrow to this fair assembly.
Good morrow, Prince. Good morrow, Claudio. We here attend you. Yet today determined to marry with my sister's daughter.
I'll hold my mind. Which is the lady I must seize upon?
The same as she, and I do give you her.
Fine then, she's mine. Sweet, let me see your face.
No. That you shall not. Till you take my hand before this friar and swear to marry me.
Give me your hand. Before this holy friar, I am your husband, if you like of me.
And when I lived, I was your other wife. And when you loved, you were my other husband.
Another hero!
Nothing certain. Nothing certain. One hero died defiled, but I do live. And surely as I live, I am a maid.
A former hero. The hero that is dead.
She died, my lord, but while her slander lived.
All this amazement can I qualify, when, after that these holy rites are ended, I will tell you largely of fair hero's death. Until then, let wonder seem familiar, and let us to the chapel presently.
Soft and fair friar, which is Beatrice?
I answer to that name. What is your will?
Do not you love me?
Why? No. No more than reason.
Why, then your uncle and the prince and Claudio were deceived, for they swore you did.
Do not you love me?
Oh, troth, no. No more than reason.
Well then, my cousin Margaret and Ursula were deceived, for they didn't swear you did.
Oh, they said you were sick for me.
They swore you were well nigh dead for me.
'Tis no such matter. Then, you do not love me?
No, but in friendly recompense.
Come, cousin! I'm sure you love the gentleman!
And I'll be sworn upon it that he loves her, but here's a paper, written in his hand, a holding sonnet of his own personal to Beatrice.
And here's another, written my cousin's hand, professing her love unto Benedick.
A miracle. Here's our own hands against our hearts. Come, I will have thee, but by this light I take thee for pity.
I would not deny you, but by this good day I yield under great persuasion, and partly to save your life, for I heard you were in a consumption.
Peace, I will stop your marriage.
Benedick, the married man.
I'll tell thee what, Prince. A college of wit crackers cannot flout me out of my humour. In brief, since I do purpose to marry, I will hear nothing that the world can say against it, and therefore never flout at me for what I have said against it, for man is a giddy thing. And this is my conclusion. For thy part, Claudio, I did think to have beaten thee, but in that thou art like to be my kinsman, leave unbruised and love thy cousin.
I had well hoped thou, Beatrice, would have denied thou, which out of question that would be, if my cousin do not look exceedingly narrow to thee.
Oh, come, we are friends.
Let us have a dance, ere we are married, that we may lighten our love's heels and our own hearts.
My lord! My lord! Your brother John is ta'en in flight and brought back with our men to Messina.
Think not on him until tomorrow. We'll devise thee grave punishments for him.
Strike up, pipers.
Sigh no more, ladies. Sigh no more. Then were deceivers ever. One put on sea and one on shore. To nothing comes in there.
telling people about the stuff you've seen. So if you feel like it, please tell people what you saw tonight. Please tell people what you thought. If you liked it, if you didn't like it, shh. We're selling tickets for our other show, Revolt, She Said Revolt Again. It's a feminist piece of theatre. It's also the directorial debut of Cann. If you'd like to get tickets tonight, you can scan this QR code. They're just lying around. I'll probably just forcefully hand them to people. See your friends, have drinks, have a good night. Thank you for